You're listening to the Talk of the Tribe, Wapsie Valley Warrior Podcast, brought to you by Little Wapsie Communications. Their state-of-the-art fiber network is complete in Fairbanks, ready to serve your home or business with the fastest internet in town. Orrin Mutual Telephone Company. Serving the area since 1911, Orrin Mutual is a modern, independently owned telephone company providing internet and telephone services to Orrin, Iowa, and the surrounding rural area. RTC Communications. They are here to provide high-quality, superior service to you, the customer, by offering great customer service and the services you want and need to work and stay connected with family and friends. This is the Talk of the Tribe podcast, coming to you from the center of Warrior Country. Here are your hosts, Zach Favors and Riker Oberle.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Talk of the Tribe podcast, episode 18. We're here today. Zach and Riker are back. We're recording this on a Monday because I'm going to be gone tomorrow.
Did you know that we have Leonard Williams as a Seahawk?
That's not wrong podcast. Wrong podcast. Plus, that news has been out for like a few hours.
I have not seen it. You
gotta get on the Instagram and find it. Let's go,
Riker. I've been on my phone in years.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, it's me, Riker.
And his screen time, your screen time will still be higher than mine at the end of the day.
Probably.
But anyways, yeah, this is a big episode. We have quarterfinal football, state cross country, and then also volleyball had their season final a week ago in Waterloo West High School. If you cannot tell, one, I'm practically sick. My voice is terrible.
You and choir today was like,
okay, I tried to sing one song and my voice just gave out.
I like that song. I mean, we just got it today, but I like it. It's cool. Mrs. Fife, you're doing a great job.
I had to help her. She's trying to post like these audio recordings for our choir, and she didn't know how to upload them. So I have her. We're figuring them out. We're getting the audio recordings down. But yeah. So today we got a lot to talk about. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna start off with volleyball. They played their season finale in Waterloo West High School. Riker's got very fond memories. Wapsie Valley versus Sumner Fredericksburg. Sumner did win in 3 sets. Clean sweep for the Cougars, but
well, okay. I think that the first set was the best we've ever played against Sumner.
Oh, for
this
sure.
Year. That was the first time we even sniffed a W there.
Oh yeah.
Final score 21-25. It was back and forth all game until at the end Sumner kind of got 3, 4, 5.
Well, I think what really we talked about at pregame is that Wapsie needed to start and finish strong, which they did. They started off great. They got to a 2-3-0 lead right away in almost every set, and they finished well. I mean, they made good late set comebacks, but what really killed them was the middle part, kind of that 10 to 20 range. That's where they really got behind. I think, was it Volker? Brielle Volker had
Brielle Volker
had 3 aces in a row and had 6 straight points.
There's not a lot of people that can get that jump serve down, and she absolutely has it down, and it's so entertaining to watch.
Yeah, and their coaching staff played Wapsie very well. They knew who to kind of attack on serves to try to get Wapsie out of rhythm. They knew a lot, and that really helps in that chess match between the two coaches. And I think one of their assistant coaches, Miss Parker, assistant coach for Wapsie Valley, like I said probably a billion times, I have her for algebra class, and she put the loss into perfect words. It was like every time that we have played them, we have not played well at all. And I think you could tell that from that Beckman game Monday night to a quick turnaround Wednesday that they were tired.
Yeah, I mean, I would be too. I mean,
yeah, you play 5, you play 2.5 hours of just straight volleyball for 5 sets, and then 2 days later you're playing another game, and probably an even more important game against Sumner Fredericksburg. So it's like, how do you even make that quick of a turnaround? And it used to not be that way. Heather Robinson, former coach of Wapsie Valley volleyball, I talked to her over the weekend, and she was like, it used to be they had an extra week in the playoff, in the postseason season there, but because of state swim, of all things, which I guess shout out to Lily Schwickerath. She's a swimmer, but for some reason state swim pushed state volleyball up a week. So now they have less time, which means they have to play more matches in a less amount of time. Mm-hmm. So it makes that cost for those quick turnarounds.
Yeah, and like Sumner, they're kind of used to that because if you look at their schedule, they would have like only 3-4 game or day breaks before they have like a tournament or another game. Their schedule was kind of messed up. Wapsie Valley was like every 2 weeks they would have like a home game, or every week they would have like a away game. But Sumner, they're back at it every single day.
Yeah, and for only thing I think what we credit Wapsie towards is that they were like every Saturday and Sunday volleyball.
Yep.
They had tournaments every weekend. But that regular season matchup of playing teams throughout the week really got away from them, and they had more of a break during the season than Sumner Fredericksburg did, which probably helped keep that in shape for postseason. Which, speaking of postseason, state cross country was in Fort Dodge over the weekend, which is always a pleasure to go see. Our good buddy who's actually standing right next to me, Goodall Kaiser, he was over there in Fort Dodge. He was also at the Sumner Wapsie volleyball match, which I bet that was a headache for you.
Shakes his head.
Yeah, it's just like you gotta take you if you didn't know, you work for Sumner Wapsie Owine. Is that it? West Central and Starmont.
Wow,
that's a lot of teams.
It's a lot of driving.
You drive to, I mean, it's. I guess it's a good thing when you have two teams in the same area, because it's two teams you cover.
Not when they're playing each other.
It's also you have to take twice the amount of pictures.
Zach, how's that drink there? What do you got there? Not Mountain Dew energy?
It's been a rough day. I need some energy.
It's been a rough day.
I'm tired. I need some energy. I have to deal with Wally Kaufman for the rest of the week. But hey, yeah, state cross country, by the way. Aidans Shannon got 3rd in Class 1A, and then Aiden Brady got 35th. So the Aidans did pretty well at state cross country.
Yeah.
Aiden Shannon placing top 3, and Aiden Brady placing the top 40. And for Aiden Shannon, I think for someone who played football last year, and this is his first year as a cross country runner, and as a senior, which I imagine was one of the toughest decisions to make, because you played football pretty much all through high school, and now as a senior, you're like, oh, I want to do cross country, which, I mean, great idea, and boy, did he make the most of it. For placing 3rd as a senior, as someone it's your first year of cross country, that is insane. Aiden Brady's a first-year runner? Yep, cross-country first-year runner. Look at that. We got two first-year runners making...
One was 3rd, one was 35th, which was the top quarter of the field.
Top quarter of the fields? There's over 100 kids? Dang.
There was 130-something, almost 140.
Like 130, 140 kids. That's a lot.
That is crazy. Yeah, I went to the district cross-country meet.
How was that pet bus?
Northland.
You were on the pet bus? Was that fun?
I wish I drove. I didn't want to waste gas. I thought a good idea was to ride the pet bus. That was not a good idea. Said we're going to get home at 7. I didn't get home till like 8:30. Whatever. Chill out, Goodall. Come on. I know, okay? I know you have a busy life, all right? Chill out. All right? Chill. All right? You don't got to just tear me apart, all right? Just relax. Whatever. But, yeah, for cross country, they had a very good season. I bet Coach Davies really pleased with them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I bet you Coach Shepard is just as pleased with the volleyball players. They battled through a lot to get to where they were, and I don't think for volleyball it's probably not what they wanted to end, and also they kind of got a tough draw.
Yeah,
playing Sumner, having Sumner and Dyke in the same class as you, that is not fun. But they battled, and gotta give them all the respect. And by the way, speaking of volleyball, you want to know how much flack I got for announcing that Wapsie Sumner volleyball match?
As much as you
too much
deserved.
It is not deserved.
Okay.
You guys,
we mentioned before that we're
We have to
Wapsie
remain-
fans,
Yes.
and then we're probably going to be cheering for Wapsie, and then at the end we're like, send him home, get him out of here. The Sumner's 2 points away, get him out of here. And I'm just like, I'm dead over here. I'm so sad. Zach's just yelling in my ear.
you died. You did not speak for the last 5 minutes of that
I was so
broadcast.
sad, dude.
I was too, but hey, sitting there in awkward silence is not the most fun thing to do, all right? What'd you want me to do? Be like, oh, they battled hard. Yeah, keep going, keep going. I have to say what is going on, all right? Chill. Everybody needs to chill. Everybody needs to stop thinking that I'm an anti-Wapsie
You
fan.
need to calm down. You're being too loud, and I'm just like, uh-oh.
Whatever.
You need to just stop. Like, can you just not?
I'm on a rant.
Sorry,
Alright.
I started spitting Taylor Swift lyrics
Oh
right
my
there.
gosh. Bad blood. No.
No,
New album came out yesterday. Shout out
1989.
Shout out-
Taylor's version.
Shout out Jalen May, kept me updated on all the Taylor Swift news, you know.
I heard she stayed up till midnight.
I know, she stayed up till midnight to be the first person to listen to that new album.
Then she didn't have Spotify Premium, and then
She had
had to run
ads.
into an ad.
Tried to skip, ran out of skips, so now she's
Enjoy
just-
the next 30 minutes of nonstop
Stop.
listening, and then there's another 20 seconds of music.
But, no, so moving on, football, we had quarterfinal football, Wapsie versus Maquoketa Valley. This is probably going to be the main topic of discussion for,
It was
this podcast.
nice. It was awesome. I mean, Wapsie Valley just simply outplayed Maquoketa Valley.
I agree with that statement, but I also beg to differ at the same time. The game would
makes
have been
sense.
the game would have been a lot different if Lance McShane did not get hurt on
For
like
sure.
the fourth play of the game.
Yep. Well, they said that he had a
Torn quad.
practice injury like the day before.
Yeah, he
day
like,
before.
hurt his hand or wrist, and then he tore his quad.
Which isn't the most satisfying thing to do when you're trying to play
No.
football.
It's terrible, but for someone of his level of playing as a running back, oh my gosh, over 2,000 rushing yards.
Yep.
And I think for Maquoketa Valley, their entire offense fell apart after he left, and it makes out to be that their entire offense is based around him.
Well, he's
Which,
a leader. You can tell.
To be honest, 2,000 rushing yards, yeah, I would base my offense around a guy who has 2,000 rushing yards. That seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
But when you lose him, you know, it hits the fan, and it's done. I mean, you just lose. You can't do anything when your entire offensive playbook and your entire offensive scheme bases around a really good running back. It's like the Titans, pretty much. Just
Well, yeah.
if Derrick Henry got injured, what would they do? They
2013 Vikings.
They would just panic. Yeah, 2013.
Baby, what do you mean they'll just panic?
They're just gonna panic and get last in the division. That's what I'm saying. Just
Panic and run.
They
Panic
just-
and run.
they just tank for a quarterback at that point.
Quarterback, Will Levis, man.
Oh, Will
Mayo.
Levis, Malik Willis.
Okay, don't talk about Malik Willis. I was so high on that guy. Oh my gosh.
Oh, my reaction when we didn't draft him.
Oh
and we got
yes.
Charles Cross.
I was so mad. I was like, why do you not take a quarterback?
That's infamous in my friend group. Literally everybody has that video, and I hate it.
Well, I'm so happy we didn't take him.
Yeah.
No. But getting back to Wapsie Valley football here, now they move on, taking on West Hancock this Friday at home here at Jerry South Field. Beautiful Fairbank, Iowa, in the middle of a cornfield.
Man, I love the cornfield.
We're here. We're here for it. Playoff high school football is just the greatest thing ever. It is awesome. I think the environment is just electric. What are you laughing about?
This is not real. There's no way.
Mm.
Travis Kelce on Instagram, his new @ is Taylor Swift's boyfriend. It's verified too. That's
Yes,
amazing.
sir. Shout out to New Heights, boy Travis Kelce. We might get copyrighted for that, but
Nah.
hey, we do not want any payment. We're not gonna make any money from this podcast. I can tell you this right now. So, if you want the money we make, sure, you're gonna get a whopping 2 cents. There you go. We'll send a nickel your way. But, yeah, for Wapsie Valley, they move on. They take on West Hancock this Friday. It's a rematch of last year's.
Kanan Decker was pumping me up yesterday at the FFA omelet breakfast. I was there, and that was fun.
You were there?
I was working. I was the first person they would see. They would like walk in. I would say, "Would you like some ham? Would you like some bacon? We got sausage." And then they would say to me, "Yeah, I want ham. We'll do a little bit of bacon, not as much sausage." And I was like, "Okay." Put it in a little cup, send it down to our omelet people. We had like Lily, Reese, even Wally.
That I would not want Wally to make me an omelet.
Ella, like everybody, making omelets, doing their part. It was nice.
What did Decker say to you?
Well, when there was like a good 30 minutes when there wasn't many people there.
Yeah.
So we just kind of talked about football. Decker was all like, "Oh, West Hancock, we went there last year. They beat us, and then we want to get ourselves to revenge." I was like, "Yeah, go you, Kanan.
Go you.
Go you."
Decker he is a menace on that field, dude. He is
You can't
so
stop
good.
him. Unless you have 11 guys to tackle him, he ain't going to go down.
He just fights to the end of the play, fights to the whistle, and that's what we're looking for football players. So, he's done a great job. He's done a great job of leading this team. I feel like Wapsie is a team that I feel like has been known for the last few years of just stepping everything up when it comes playoff time. We thought, I would have said as an early season projector that this team was probably going to get second in their division. I honestly thought Nashua was looking better than they were towards the start of the year. And after that first game and after that second game against Denver, that's when I was like, oh, no, this is not good.
Does Trayton Sauerbrei play basketball?
Trayton Sauerbrei? I do not think so.
I don't know.
I don't believe so. Why? He didn't last year.
I don't know.
I remember like a picture of him in a basketball uniform, though. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Seeing that, but that might have been one of his brothers. He's running. I thought he didn't run track last year. That's crazy. Oh, baseball. Yeah, well, he didn't do baseball because of track.
Yeah, they're
I'm
two different.
confused.
Baseball's in the summer, track's towards the spring.
Okay, well, I know he quit baseball because of something. I can't remember what it was, though. Oh, he's going to play baseball. Oh, that's cool. We'll have a... I'm getting all this information from Kaiser. We're just learning as we go.
This is fun. This is fun.
We're just learning as we go. We don't know what we're talking about anymore. We're just learning as we go. But anyways,
West Hancock. Back to what me and Decker were saying. It was like Decker's like we have a better team than them. It's all about how we play, when we play, and like what's our mentality. I was like, yes,
that's perfect.
Absolutely.
This is Wapsie's game to lose.
Yep.
They have it there. It's their game to lose.
It's the same record, both 8-1, but it is at home, and that's a huge factor for Wapsie.
Yeah, I know.
Both teams have 9 wins.
We know that.
He said 8-1.
9.
9
9-1.
Yep. 9 wins. 9-1. Both teams are 9-1.
You just have caused him a massive headache. But
I looked at Varsity Bound. It said 8-1, dude. I don't know.
But did you just kick the trash can? Oh. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Trash cans under the desk.
But anyways, for sure, this is Wapsie's game to lose. They have it in their hands. It's their job to keep it in their hands. West Hancock coming off an absolute convincing win over Starmont. They absolutely went into Starmont and thumped them. 49-10 was the final there. Thank you, by the way. I just pulled up all the scores.
Well, here's the thing. Their only loss was to St. Ansgar, and they're good.
St. Ansgar's ring number 2.
Well, who's number 1?
Madrid.
Really?
Yeah. Madrid Tigers. They beat Central Decatur 42-0.
Yeah, these guys are good.
Yeah, I mean...
These guys are good.
Yeah,
Well,
it's definitely going to be a close game. It's not going to be...
Let's hope it's raining because they look like kind of a passing team. Because their quarterback, 23 for 42, 479 yards, 9 touchdowns.
I am going to be shocked if they keep throwing the ball Friday night when it's supposed to be really cold and really windy here at Wapsie Valley. I doubt they throw the ball much, if any.
If he's only got 42 passing attempts on the season, they're not a passing.
Dude,
Well, I mean,
you're looking at seasons.
he has a lot of yards.
42. I get it that they are not a passing team. We are 1,000% not a passing team.
The leading rusher is Kale Zewell with 750 yards, which Trayton Sauerbrei just kind of blows that out of the water.
Yeah, it's Trayton Sauerbrei, I believe, is like over 1,500 yards.
They're like 25% a passing team. We're like a good
Whatever.
98% of
Whatever.
running team.
Whatever. But anyways, some other scores around the Class A scoreboard here. Number 11, East Buchanan, went into Lisbon and shocked them 38-7. Honestly, not really that surprising to me. But, I mean, you're looking at East Buchanan as an Iowa commit and Cody Fox.
Yep.
And a Lisbon team that hasn't really played anybody that great over the course of their season. They had one of the easier schedules in Class A.
Yep.
But, so
Who's the new Iowa head coach again?
Iowa head coach?
Yeah.
Kirk Ferentz.
Thought he got fired.
Wrong Ferentz.
Ah.
And he's not fired. He's still coaching.
Good to hear.
You dummy.
Everybody's like, Ferentz got fired. Ferentz got fired. I was like, what?
Ferentz did not get fired. He just, the intern athletic director had a conversation with Brian Ferentz today.
Brian?
The offensive coordinator.
I gotcha.
But, yeah, some other scores. I'm interested to see how this game goes. It can go
either way.
It can go either way. There's not a clear-cut way of where I think it's going to go. I'm kind of waiting to see what the percentages come out later this week as, to see what could be happening down the line. For Wapsie, it's going to have to rely on their run game. That's how they've won games all season. That's how they're going to have to continue to win games. They have to lean on Trayton Sauerbrei and Hunter Curley a lot to handle the run game. Some for Wapsie, time of possession. They need to hold on to the ball, keep that offense of West Hancock off the field. They can put together long drives and keep their defense tired. That is going to be crucial heading into this game. For Wapsie Valley on defense, on the defensive side, they got to force turnovers. They've been great at it all year. They got to keep doing it. I know Cody Jones has basically shut out everybody in the last few weeks, with only giving up 6 points to Danville here in the playoffs. For them, it's got to keep going that way. They have to find ways to get turnovers and have a headache for that West Hancock team.
What's up, Goodall?
West Hancock has rushed for 3,200 yards and 50 touchdowns. They have 4 runners at 500 yards or better.
They have 4 runners at 500 yards?
Or better.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, okay. Hey, Riker, they are not a passing team.
I don't know what Varsity Bound's saying here. What are we doing?
Other than that, for West Hancock, they need to basically do the same thing, run the ball. Be confident in the run game, be able to lean on the run game. For Wapsie, obviously, stop the run game. That's going to be a big thing. It's going to be cold. It's going to be windy. Everybody's going to run the ball. To be able to stop the run is going to be really crucial. Yeah. I think whichever team stops the run the best is going to win this game. And obviously on the counter side, whoever runs the ball the best will win this game. Mm-hmm. So I doubt either of these teams are going to pass much. I could see West Hancock throwing the ball a little more than Wapsie. Wapsie's not going to throw the ball much, I can tell you that right now. But we'll see what Coach Foster has up his sleeves. For West Hancock, on the defensive side, they need to limit Kanan Decker a lot. He cannot be able to run freely throughout the pocket and step up and have a threat as a dual-threat quarterback.
Well, I'm not complaining if they do, but
they just have to make him pass the ball. Force him to throw the ball in passing situations. They cannot let him scramble all over them like he did in Maquoketa Valley or Danville. They have to be able to stop Kanan Decker and also.
Kanan Decker got negative 4 yards against Maquoketa Valley. Rushing.
What?
Yep.
Well, that's probably because he got sacked like 8 times.
Mm-hmm. Still won the game. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, for this offensive line, this is going to be a big test for this offensive line. They had a big test against Maquoketa Valley. They stepped up to the challenge. It's going to be an even bigger test against West Hancock. That's kind of what failed us last year against them. when that was in Britt. This year, the offensive line is much improved.
Yep.
5 seniors. A very good left side of that line. Jackson Adair, Tucker Ladderberg, and Jake Shore. Just a beast side of that line there.
On the other side, you got Tanner Curley, Brock Kleitch.
Yep, on that right side of the line. Sorry, coughing. We got to be able to run behind that line, and that line's got to be able to protect their quarterback. So, I mean, if you want to sum this all down to one thing, fundamentals.
Yep.
That's what you have to lean on here in the playoffs. That's what you got to lean on when it's cold, when it's windy. Once you get to the dome, you don't got to worry about that anymore because it's air controlled. So,
Yep.
air controlled, no wind. Just a quarterback's paradise. But so this is the game to go to the dome. We've gotten to this game for a lot in the last decade or so, and for us, it's the first time we've hosted 3 playoff games since 2012.
Wow.
When we won the state title.
That's promising.
And then it's the first time that we have hosted, I believe, 2 playoff games since around the 2020 era, 2020-2019 era. So, just some little history there. That's back when we had Kobe Reese, Blade Bellis, and all them. So,
Hey, Kobe Reese is still around here. He's coaching.
Kobe Reese's still here.
He never goes anywhere.
Never goes anywhere.
Last year's game, 16-9. Mitchell Smith,
It was 16-9. I thought it was 14-10.
16-9.
Okay, so yeah,
For a touchdown and ran a touchdown.
there you go. So a little back history. 16-9 was the final score last year's game. That was up in Britt. So you should be able to hear us this Friday on the Warrior Watch, the Wapsie Valley Sports Network. It should be me and Riker. That or
Colin might show up. He may come.
yeah, he might be there, but I don't know if he's going to be broadcasting with us.
I don't know.
That or if he is healthy, Shane Kelly.
Yep. That'll
Shane
be fun.
Kelly will be back. Hopefully he's dealing with COVID right now. Get soon, my man. We need you back. So, yeah. I don't know. It depends. We got 3, maybe 4 options this Friday for who we're going to go on the broadcast. I can
Never know.
guarantee you right now we're not doing another 3-man. That was chaos.
No.
We're going 2. So, that's the plan. I will be back Friday, so I'm available to broadcast. We don't have to play in the marching band because it is too cold. Woohoo! But, alrighty, so we got 2 segments left here. We have we're going to get to screen time first off. So, Riker, you want to pull out your phone, get screen time as usual.
I gotcha. Not so bad.
What do you got?
4:17.
3 hours and 17 minutes. I beat you by an hour.
Exactly. I was on heyday. I was on heyday for 3 hours yesterday.
Oh, my.
I'm on that grind, dude. I installed Heyday yesterday. I'm at level 23.
Bianca Nelson is on that same heyday grind.
I know.
It feels like every day I
I'm
walk
friends with
in.
their farm. I'm like friends with
Every
her on Heyday,
day
and
I
we just
walk
go
in there, it's
crazy.
just like heyday grind, heyday grind. I'm like, okay, cool. Just grind the heyday.
Yeah.
So,
I'm playing right now.
but our next segment and our final segment of that is Talk of Tribe Athlete of the Week.
Uh-oh. Controversy.
We have not talked about this whatsoever. So Riker's going to throw out some candidates that he thinks should be Talk of the Tribe Athlete of the Week. I will throw out my 3. So give us 3.
Aiden Shannon.
Okay.
Aiden Brady.
Okay.
Think about this one. Jake Shore.
Ooh, that's a little spicy. Yeah, that's out there. Aiden Shannon is one of mine.
I already did him.
Well, we can have duplicates.
Yeah,
we can have
okay.
duplicates here.
That's true.
Another one of mine, Kanan Decker, and then finally Trayton Sauerbrei. So those are my 3. I don't know who. I think we should, choose the guy that got 2 votes out of the both of us. So.
That would make sense.
All right, Talk of the Tribe Athlete of the Week is Aiden Shannon, placing 3rd at
That's
state
his
cross country.
second Talk of the Tribe Athlete of the Week, right?
Yeah, he's 1 away from tying Trayton for all-time Talk of the Tribe Athlete of the Week wins. Trayton won it 3 weeks in a row, okay? All time. We've done this for like 6 weeks, 7
Many.
weeks.
We've done it for
It's
enough
all time.
weeks.
We've done it for enough weeks where we can credit an all-time list, all right, Kaiser?
Okay.
For an all-time list, we have Trayton Sauerbrei at 3, Aiden Shannon at 2, Kane Decker, Jalen May, and Anna Curley at 1. So, and then I think Taylor Boer's at 1 as well. So, here we go. Talk of the Tribe Athlete of the Week is final. And here we go. Aiden Shannon, Talk of the Tribe Athlete of the Week. Congrats to him. Post it on my Instagram probably later today, if not tomorrow. So, before I leave to Indianapolis. So, we thank you for listening to episode 18 of the Talk Tribe podcast. That'll be all for us. Make sure to come out Friday to
make sure you subscribe too.
Game, playoff football. Be cold, windy, but Warrior Pride shows up.
It'll be a jolly old time.
Yeah. Or if you worried that it's gonna be too cold, too windy to watch the Warriors,
tune into the broadcast.
Yeah, tune into the broadcast Friday night. Should be Riker and I, hopefully, or Riker and Shane. Me and Shane? I don't know. Depends who we got. So, maybe we'll get Goodall on there. Maybe we'll get Goodall on there. But, thank you for listening to episode 18 of the Talk Tribe Podcast. And as always, go Warriors!